Hey bro, good morning or good night, or I don't know what is your time region over there, but I'm just like a big fan, right? That every single time, bro, you touch a vehicle is like magic, yo. Every single time, like you touch a vehicle, and I think like, all right, you go leave it like normal. You keep outdoing yourself and keep outdoing yourself and keep outdoing yourself. Like after the BM, I thought it was like, wait boy, I was like, what you gonna come with here now? But I don't know, somehow or the other you seem to just like you just have a thing with it, but you just keep doing what you're doing, and I just like can't wait to see more. This is really awesome. Messaging from Trinidad and Tobago.
Just pulled into the shop. Yes, sir. Here we are back at CES Motorsport. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We are back here at CES Motorsport in Monroe, North Carolina. We are going to be working on the Mishimoto Performance Radiator and the upgraded Mishimoto heat exchanger in the B58 A90 Supra. The actual install isn't hard, but it's a bit tedious because you have to take off a lot of plastic stuff. We have to take off the front bumper. So there's just a lot of little things that we need to remove in order to access the radiator and heat exchanger. They actually sit right next to one another. If you guys are looking for a really good step-by-step tutorial video, I'm gonna link down below Brian's video over at Keys Motorsports. He did a really good in-depth video on how to do this. Huge shout out to Keys Motorsports for sending out the Mishimoto Performance Radiator and heat exchanger. Should be interesting to see if this actually makes a big difference. The A90 Supras don't really suffer from too many cooling problems, but if you are going to be driving the car hard on the track, you know how we are, we're going to be upgrading the turbo soon. It just makes sense to kind of go ahead and do all of it. If you are going to upgrade the radiator, you might as well do the heat exchanger because they're right next to each other. So rather than doing the job twice, we're just going to knock them both out in one. If you guys are interested in picking these up, I will have them linked down below. Let's throw the car on the rack and get the job started. So we got Cademan helping us out today over at CES. He's jacking up the car so we can lift the car. That's what happens when you have a low car. You have to jack it up just to get it on the lift. So what I was saying before, here's the heat exchanger and radiator. And basically, first of all, let's just take a look at this glorious engine bay. So basically we have to remove the front bumper, this cowl, this whole section right here is going to come up because everything is sitting right here. And then the hoses on each side, we're going to have to drain it out, loosen the caps, let the air flow, and then drain all of the coolant out, and of course pull out the radiator and heat exchanger. So it's not a terribly difficult job. It's just kind of time consuming because there's like a lot of little things that you need to remove in order, a lot of little like plastic parts that you need to remove in order to get all this off. But like I said, if you guys are interested in like a step-by-step tutorial on how to do this, Brian put out a really good video and he really leads you through the entire process. Now this isn't going to be one of those videos or modifications where we're going to see 100 horsepower. This is really just all about cooling, and we are down here in North Carolina where in the summer temperatures are easily into the triple digits some days, especially late summer. So it's not like we suffer from a ton of heat soak in these cars, but it definitely isn't going to hurt to upgrade some of the cooling. Pulling all of the plastic off. Whole front bumper's gonna have to come off. Start disassembling this stuff. All the meat. No diff leaks. That's nice. Nice to know. Okay, so unfortunately we have to remove all the stuff underneath and then pull the bumper off, and then we should be pretty much there to just go ahead and start undoing everything on the radiator. Yeah. All the plastic. We're gonna leave that off for weight savings. Heat exchanger and then radiator. So heat exchanger towards the front, radiator towards the back. So we gotta undo that one. We found this. My Supra's been smoking. Smoking the competition. Shit. Look at how clean it is. No scratches on the lip. Not a single scratch. This car sits really high up in the front. Mishimoto, guys. I feel like the majority of people either do Mishimoto or CSF. Sick. Penguin. Ooh, look at that. She's party. Oh yeah. Dude, it's huge. This is the radiator. That nice. I like. So this is the heat exchanger, right? Damn, my girl doing work. Over 120 photos we shot yesterday. Heat exchanger, sweet. All of the cooling. Oh, it's got the logo on it too? That's the only reason I bought it, is for the Penguin air freshener. That's like really over the top, man.
On your window?
Look, it's got a suction cup too. So you can just put it wherever you want. I'm just gonna leave it there. Let's see if I can drive home with that on right there and see how long it lasts. Yo, this quality is like really nice. Carbon fiber. Carbon fiber. Cars on fire. So let's hear the pull. Street Hunter wing, or do we stay with the trunk lid spoiler? I'll be honest, I feel like everybody's doing the Street Hunter wing. Kind of feel like I want to stick with the trunk lid spoiler because everybody's doing the wing, and I just think it looks sick. For now, and at least for the key show, we're gonna keep the trunk lid spoiler. But maybe we'll change it up later. Perfect. Yeah, that's crazy.
End tanks are a lot larger.
And those are the end tanks. Yeah. So the end tanks are much larger on the Mishimoto compared to stock. Holds more capacity. The rows are much thicker. As far as durability goes, this is definitely plastic, all aluminum, just a much nicer build quality. Fan is out. Somewhere around here in the graveyard. And then we just got those two hoses and we can pull it out. So heads up if you guys are doing this job. It's not the most technical job, but you have to remove a ton of stuff just to get in there. But once you're in there, it's pretty straightforward. So something that's pretty cool that we're gonna be talking about in a future video, these numbers right here, this 547 and 545 and 540 and 550, those are actually stock turbo A90 Supra running meth numbers. So you guys remember that I made a little over 500, like 507 wheel without meth. These are meth numbers. So we're gonna have a whole video talking about that so we can go a little bit further into depth on it. Yeah, actually this is actually my MHD E30 custom tune map. So I made 507, 552, and with meth, it brought it up to 547. So yeah, meth on stock turbo definitely helps. But we are gonna have a video for you guys because there's a lot of guys who are interested in, you know, if you were to run meth on the stock turbo and the stock setup, basically the way I have it set up now, just with meth, and tune it for that, like what would you be at? That's what you'll be at. Something else that's probably worth noting is Mishimoto is actually, they have a lifetime warranty on their products. So if you guys buy through Mishimoto, you actually get your own individual serial number and it is a lifetime warranty. We are officially ready for install. Gotta do a little bit of cutting. These tabs gotta get cut in order to fit the new ones in. My one finger is doing all the work. Oh gosh, can you guys hurry up? Jeez. You know, my finger is really getting tired, guys. Gonna need you to speed it up. Oh! Sounded like something fell into place. Don't worry, guys. I'll hold this. I'll do the work. Yeah, baby. Seems about almost right. Everything lines up top. Gotta plug that guy in. Just gonna make sure it all lines up underneath, but it looks pretty good. Got them both in. Looks good, man. Looks good. Rough. Really coming down out there. In the home stretch here, got both of them in. All right, so we have everything back together here. And then for now, really all we have to do is put it back together. So we're gonna throw on the bumper right now, and then it's just a matter of throwing on the shrouding, the cowl and whatnot, and then putting in all the bolts, the carbon piece up here. So pretty much there. 3,000 8mm screws later, we have her buttoned up. So obviously it's going to be kind of tough to show the performance side of things with this install. Not necessarily something that has to be done, but you know, if you're going to go in there and upgrade the radiator, you might as well do the heat exchanger as well. So we're just topping off fluids now, and then we'll be done. So if you guys need any work done, you know where to come. These guys can help you out. All right, so we're just about finished. The car actually goes through an 11-minute coolant cycle. You have to put it in like diagnostic mode and actually run it through this thing. It does it all by itself for about 11 minutes. Starts and stops and goes up and idle and down and idle and runs the coolant through. Well, I think we're there. I think we're done. So we're putting a little more coolant in. The car actually tells you when you need more coolant. So we ran through the cycle and it said that we need to put more in, and that's probably due to the size of the new radiator, being that it's so much larger. It's going to take a little more coolant, but in theory should keep it a bit cooler during those hot months. All right, so it's obviously going to be tough to show the performance benefits and that side of things when it comes to installing the performance radiator and the heat exchanger by Mishimoto, but it should most definitely help us out at least a little bit with these hot months that we have here in North Carolina. Big shout out to the guys over here at CES Motorsport. If you guys need any installing, dyno, tuning, anything like that, they do all that stuff here. They can help you out. I'm gonna link all their information down below. Also a huge shout out to Keys Motorsports and Mishimoto for sending out the performance radiator and the performance heat exchanger. I will say from a quality perspective, super nice. Everything fit really well, pretty easy to install, just a lot of like miscellaneous bolts here and there, but the quality is really good. If you guys are interested in buying yourself the Mishimoto heat exchanger or performance radiator, I'm gonna have both of them linked down below for you. Soon here we will be getting back on the dyno because we have some more things coming, and we will be paying attention to those IATs and kind of seeing where those temperatures are at. We should be able to keep them a little bit lower now that we have the upgraded radiator and heat exchanger. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.